Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chakra Diva Show. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with me. I am Poole, your host. I love being here, and I'm so happy that you are here with me too. So tonight, I wanted to start off a little bit different. I have a class that's coming up, and it's called Rescue Mediumship. It's basically where we help and assist souls on the other side who have not crossed over into whatever direction they need to go into. And I've talked about it before, about how sometimes we can be stuck into different planes where we don't want to go, and there's all different levels of people on the other side, just like there's different levels of people here in the real life. And I wanted to answer some of your questions that you sent me because it's a lot easier doing it all together than it is writing everybody back, which I may add, I am not a very good person to write everybody back. I try my best, I really do, but I work a lot. So my first question that I got was, how did I know that I was a medium? And I can tell you, when I was a kid, I didn't see spirits. I didn't have, to my knowledge, except maybe once, people who visit me or hung out with me. I didn't go around, seeking dead people or anything like that. I do see lights. I do see auras. I see colors around people. I can tell when somebody's lying to me because their color changes. I can tell when they're being honest and open. I can tell if they have negative thoughts, those kind of things. But as far as mediumship, I didn't realize that I even had that ability. And then the anxiety hit me, like really, really bad. Do you have anxiety? I didn't know what it was. I had a huge health scare that happened, and I blacked out, went to the hospital. They couldn't diagnose me with anything. And that's when my guides and my team started to talk to me. And I was like, what is going on here? I had out of body experiences. But you kind of take all of your experiences together, and then you go, oh, am I a medium? Well, I did feel something here. I heard something here. I put something together. I knew that that person's soul had a hard time, transitioning or whatever it may be. The anxiety is what gave me my biggest clue or my biggest hint. And my husband and I just had 2 kids, and we would go out to eat. And as soon as we sat down, I was like, oh my goodness, my anxiety's picking up. What's wrong with me? And I'm not a person who normally has anxiety. It was only, I noticed, when I went out in public. And I was like, well, no, maybe I can't go out in public. I don't know what's going on with me. There's something wrong. So as I started to realize, and I opened up my abilities, which I thought I was just having panic attacks and having anxiety, I realized that I was reading the space or the area that was around me. So meaning, when you go into different rooms or into a building, you can tune into the energy of what's going on. And this can be, past, it can be a current, or it could be future. Well, I don't really read future. It could be past, it could be current of what's going on. So I would read the space and not know that I was intuitively reading a space. And then I could read people without realizing I was reading people. And as I shared with you guys before, I did my all my sessions organically. I wasn't taught how to do Reiki. I wasn't taught anything by a teacher in the physical. I was taught how to open up these gifts and do my healing the way that I do healing by my spirit team. And the second time I gave a healing, I knew that somebody's dad came in, and I said, oh, I think your father's here. I feel him. And she was like, yeah, what is he about? And I said, I keep seeing a train. He's moving from A to B. She said, yeah, he rode on the train all the time. I said, I see, you're getting all these coins. And she said he would bring us home change because he always needed change on the train. And then I started just telling her information. And we closed up the session, and I still didn't realize I was a medium. I went, oh, that was cool. Maybe I read imprints in her field, or maybe I was recalling her memories or something. And I didn't realize that I could do mediumship. So a lot of stories you hear from people, they'll say, I've always known that I was a medium ever since I was little. And when I was going to set up for this course, the main question I had was, well, can you be a medium as an adult? Yes, you absolutely can. Your abilities can open up as an adult. If I didn't have any experiences before, does that mean that I'm not a medium at all? That's not the case. Everybody's different. If I have a lot of anxiety, where does that come from? You could be reading people around you and also the energy. When I went to the Travel Channel to audition for a show, and we made it to the second round, which was really, really good. And then COVID hit, but they would always show me pictures of places. And one of the things I'm really good at is reading the energy of a building. So I can actually look at the different like windows or spaces outside, and I can tell where the energy is heavy or something happened there. So you have to like fine tune your abilities to see what you're really good at. And if you're good in stepping into mediumship or you have really, a lot of anxiety, you might want to just nip it in the bud and keep going forward instead of going, oh, I should shut down. This is scary. Because that's what a lot of people do. They just want to shut down everything because it's like the unknown. They're not used to it. So I'm here to tell you, don't do that. Keep moving forward, right? Try not to live out of a place of fear. Try to live out of a place of exploration. Like, I'm curious about it. What's here? What's the energy here? Those kind of things. The next thing that I had is I don't want to connect to lower energies. I don't want to take your course to help and assist things to the light because I don't want to draw in lower energies. Now, I'll tell you three things that really help me. Of course, there's bad things out there. There is. It's polarity. You have good people, you have bad people. You have good energies, you have bad energies, depending upon, what your situation is and what you're bringing to you. So my three rules that I have is one, what is your intention? I know a lot of people go into mediumship because they're curious, but why are you curious? Like, what is the end of your result? Like, what do you want out of it? And I always ask that, like, if you're going to, summons your grandmother and talk to her all the time, is she your guide? Is she on your team? Or are you just like bitching at, oh, can I say that? I'm so sorry. Are you just complaining? Oh, sorry. Are you just complaining? So you have to know which direction to go into, what your intention is. My intention is always doing soul readings. So I connect in with the higher person all the time. So as long as I've been doing this, I don't have any other intention but to connect in with your higher self. The next thing that I want to remind you of is protection. Protection, protection, protection. So a lot of people like to energetically put a bubble around them. It could be, like a force field, a bubble, those kind of things. The shaman in Peru taught me to use a crystal. And ever since I heard that, I just love that. So I always visualize myself in a big crystalline structure. It's usually like a clear quartz because it will protect you. Crystals transmute. Crystals also, well, anything that comes near them, right? You go to the frequency of what they are. So they're very high vibrational. So I always picture myself in with protection. And there's lots of layers that you can do for protection, depending upon where you're at. And then my third thing is having full faith that you're going to be okay. And I think that this is when people really get alarmed or get scared because they go, oh, if I open up my senses, the worst is going to happen and the worst is going to happen. And then I always say, well, where is your faith? Like, are you going to be okay? You're probably going to be okay. I have a very strong faith because when I was little, the only experience that I had something not be kind to me. And I was, your closet's kind of like vortex, especially when you're a kid. And I had something come towards me and I started choking, like literally had tears in my eyes, choking. And I asked for the light to come in. And I said, I really, really need help. And I had these beautiful white light beings that stood right next to my bed. And as soon as they did, it just let go, whatever this thing was. I saw it as a black mist at the time when I was a kid. So after that moment, I knew that whenever I needed help or if I needed something, I always had backup. So knowing this, I'm very, I feel really good when I go, give healings and do things, that everything's going to be okay. So if you are interested in the course, or if you're just like curious, well, what is it about? How can I help? How can I assist? There's a lot of healers. I'm not talking just about energy healers, but there's spirits everywhere. So if you work as a nurse, if you're in hospice, there's going to be lots of spirits around you. If you're a caregiver, there's going to be lots of spirits around you. And if you are aware of them, then I would encourage you to have the knowledge to keep going further with it instead of getting scared and just shut down, because that's how everybody stops. They're like, oh, there's something around me. And then after that, they're like, oh, like a brick, you know what I mean? Like they stand stiff. Well, I know that something's in here, but what happens if that something in there isn't really that scary, or that something in there really needs your help? You know, somebody stood next to you and said, hey, I'm right here and I need help. Wouldn't you help? So anyhow, the course starts this Monday and it's online and it's available to everybody. We have a really good group actually who has signed up already. You're with me for 5 whole weeks. We go through land clearings as well as energy, spirits, what level the spirits on. There's all different types of spirits. So I don't leave anything out. All right. So it's an awesome course. So you can find that at the chakradiva.com and it's under Rescue Mediumship. I say it on the radio because there's not a lot of programs that offer rescue mediumship. It's more like, you know, oh, there's a spirit here and, you know, help them to the light, but it's so much more than that. So I encourage you just to look at it at the chakradiva.com, see what you think, have a question, email me. So, all right, we're going to go to the phones. And we have Allison here in Colorado.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I'm getting out a beautiful piece of paper because I am drawing your chakras because that's how I read. That's how I find all of your imprints on you. Have you ever had your chakras read?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I love that. You're in Colorado. Are you in what part of Colorado?
Aurora.
Okay. I did a presentation in Loveland. Loveland?
Oh. Loveland.
Loveland. It was so awesome over there. So then I realized that I like the vibe of Colorado.
Yay.
You are
a good vibe.
You are working on, I'm using my cards too. I have the solar plexus. So that's like your power, stepping into who you are, self-identity, direction, those kind of things. That's the energy that's going to be around you. So there's nothing that you can do about it. It's kind of like universal energy. You know how, when you read the horoscope and you're like, oh, February is going to be a great month for me.
Right.
And that's just the energy of it. So yours is just about stepping in, doing action. Action is the key word here. And moving forward. I'm going to pull out the challenge. Here we go. Okay. And then advice for you. Okay, everybody came out. That's not okay. We do a reshuffle. So when I go into your challenge card, that's going to be grounding. Are you familiar with that word?
Yes.
Okay. So grounding can be just grounding your energy down, but also putting things into place so that you don't, I don't want to say be flighty, but sometimes our energy can be up and we're thinking about our grocery list or we're thinking about shopping or taking care of people. And we have to remember just to be in the present moment. I am. Can you tell me about your father? You have father energy.
Oh, my father got a divorce from my mom because she was cheating on him when I was 5 or 6, and he completely stepped out of my life then. So, and didn't return until I was older and he was dying. But we connected, so.
Okay. Because when I'm just looking through your field, that's what I'm doing first. I'm just looking through your field and I feel father presence, and that's why I said it to you as well. So it's interesting.
Well, I have some, like a presence in my house that likes to hide things and then put them real obvious spots, and then also like messes with our ceiling fan. Is that my father or my husband's father?
Go into that. It's funny because that's like a childlike presence, because I'm going around, I'm scanning your house, but it's almost like a childlike presence. And that's what I keep hearing over and over. Almost like I'm having fun, I'm having games. But there's something when I'm going into your dad's energy, it doesn't feel like it would align with your dad's energy in there. Do you have pictures on your walls? I'm like almost over by a picture. I don't know why I go to a picture. I don't want to move it.
Not very many. I'm a minimalist.
That's okay. I just got taken over to a wall. It's not even like a small picture that would have been like a person. And I keep getting boats and water. I keep coming up, boats and water. See, boats and water. And I feel like it has a gold frame. And I almost want to like tilt it. I don't know how else to say that. Like I want to fix it. I want to just like, I don't want to say OCD, but I'm like walking by and I just want to tilt it.
Huh. Let's see. I do have I don't have any art like that in my house. I did because we repainted a long time ago. Well, it seems like it's been a long time, but I took down all my art, and so I have it out in the garage. All my art in the garage right now.
I feel like if I was in your house and I was a spirit, the spirit has OCD, like there's something going on where it doesn't like things out of place kind of thing, and that I would fix or tilt or move stuff back because I'm fixing this picture like, oh, it's out of order. I'm going to fix this and going around and moving things. I don't feel like, but I feel like it's almost like a childlike, I don't want to say honorary. It's kind of like, oh, that's not in its place. Fix. Let's go over here. Fix kind of thing. I don't feel like it's your dad's energy.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like it's any kind of bad energy or anything. Just that it will hide things that we need at the time and then can't find, and then place them somewhere super obvious where you would never miss it. You couldn't possibly not have seen it. So
right. Like it would be on the bed and you would come back and then it's there again. And you're like, what the heck? Like, I thought it was already there. I already checked there like a million times.
Yeah.
Not dad energy. I said dad energy, DAD. So just to clarify,
okay.
dad.
I don't
feel like it's your dad's energy. As far as the energy in the house, I feel like it's, I would actually go for, I keep going. I'm leaning over for that too. Hold on, I'm going back through. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm scanning through your house. I feel like I have OCD or I'm trying to fix something. Like I've already been there before and I need to redo something, or I don't like things are going and this is where it's supposed to be at, and just moving things around. It's a very interesting feeling. It's not bad by any means. It's kind of just obnoxious. Obnoxious would be it. But I only have 60 seconds, so I hate to wrap this up. If you are on Facebook, join me on Facebook because I'm going to do a live reading after this. Your whole entire thing is trust. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and know that what you're feeling is accurate.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. I'm high-fiving you. I forgot that you can't see me, but I'm giving you a high five. Thank you so much for calling in and joining me tonight on the Chakra Diva Show.